AskReddit, what's a suitable punishment for people who litter in national parks? Drop a bucket's worth of mud somewhere random in their home. See how they like it. Reasonable. I like it. They go home to a messy floor with a note stuck to the fridge. The National Park Service watched you litter and decided to mirror your actions in hope that you may look into your reflection and think, maybe I am the asshole. Why, know those programs that have inmates help with conservation efforts? Well, now there's a new division you can apply for if you were arrested for breaking and entering or vandalism. It helps to have relevant skills. Weigh the items that were littered in ounces and have them clean up that same amount in pounds. What if someone threw away a box of metal? Have fun cleaning. They will learn their lesson the hard way, that they should litter something less dense next time. Pick it up. But you have to wait for them to get home before telling them they have to go back and find it. Now I have this image of a park ranger stalking them all the way home. I just imagine a guy chucking a can in the middle of a park several states away from where he lives. He goes home. A day passes. Then he suddenly wakes up in the middle of the park with a tiny flashlight and a note saying you can leave when you pick up the can you threw. But you would be doubling the carbon emissions of the pleb. Make them walk. Feed them to the meese. Meeses. The preferred nomenclature is moosies. Moosen. As in that's a flock of moosen. One of the best cases of parenting I have seen was last summer. A woman found her son had littered a fast food bag out the window while driving. He was caught because he was so stupid that he didn't notice a police car behind him. On top of the $150 fine, she contacted the park and they worked together to give him the punishment of removing several trash bags full of litter from several trouble areas of the park. Was eating in my truck at a Whataburger. Watched a dude toss his bag out the window as he left. Cop car behind him lit him up. Idiot stopped about 100 yards away. Cop walked the guy back to pick up the bag and throw it away, yelling at him the whole way there and back. Dude was probably happy to get his ticket and leave. Bury their car keys in bear poop and have them have to search for it amongst a bunch of other bear poop while someone dressed in Smokey the Bear costume throws trash at them. On live national TV. I'd watch it. It's guillotine time, BBY. This is the correct and obvious answer. With a dull rusted blade. With their trash forged into a dull rusted blade. Smear them with honey and release them naked 10 miles from the nearest structure. I see that you have seen my honeymoon video. Better resend it to me just for verification. But then at this point you're just littering the park with trash. Again. A small fine. Plus 1 full day doing various chores around the park. Make them do park dishes. Or have them clean under the park sofa. Make them rake the forest. The Finnish do it. To prevent forest fires. Put the said trash in their underpants. I don't think this dead body will fit in my underwear. That's not trash. That's fertilizer. So, put them in their own underpants. Put their mugshot in a weekly humiliation paper like just busted, but call it trashed. Our dumbass society is so desperate for any sort of attention and fame that PPL would prob litter on purpose so they can brag about making it in the paper. Have them hold a sign next to the entrance that reads I was caught littering. Please do no litter. Edit. I meant to type do not litter LOL. I've visited half the national parks. Most of the accessible, non-island, and non-Hawaii or Alaska parks. And I have to say, most of them are very, very clean. Most people totally respect and understand that national parks are not to be messed with, which gives me some hope in humanity. The litter I have seen is usually accidental. Think someone puts a water bottle down and forgets it. Otherwise most of the visitors never go too far off of the roads. I like your sign idea. Shaming, in my opinion, is a strong deterrent for our public areas. Also a fine. Please don't get caught littering. Make them eat the trash. And then poop it out and eat it again. That will show them. Back and forth. Forever. Make them clean the park. Edit. Thanks for the silver, you three. I didn't expect that many upvotes. The whole park laughs in Mr. Burns. Excellent. Release the bees. Shove it down their throats and tell them. Don't worry. It'll degrade in a few million years. Very degrading. They have to cut 2 holes in the bottom of a trash bag and step into it, so essentially they are the trash bag. Next. They have to walk around the park to trash cans, and when someone has to throw their garbage away, they have to throw it into the trash bag that person is wearing. So they get covered in trash and see what it feels like for nature to get trashed on. Considering there's a fetish for being used as a toilet, I feel like this is gonna backfire at some point. Making them pick up every piece of litter with their anus. This sounds like a job for Steve-O. LOL. Death. I disagree. That's horrible. First, you make them clean the park. Then death. Would you agree to cleaning until they die? Resurrect Theodore Roosevelt to beat their ass. They have to become an honorary member of the park service, working tirelessly to clean the park. Deal with the Hay Ranger phone calls. Deal with poachers act for a week. Or until they catch someone else littering. They must work for at least an hour, and while they aren't getting paid, their food and lodgings will be reimbursed while they do this community service. 10 lashes in the public square. Live stream as well. Death by catapult. I think a trebuchet would be a better fit. Although trebuchets are obviously superior in every way. In this case it really just depends how heavy the person and how far away the pit full of broken glass and Tabasco is. 400 hours community service in the park you littered in to be completed within a year of the offense. National parks are one of the best things in the US, and if you dump trash there you suck. I guess death would be a little harsh. How about 1% of a person's monthly income? That way rich and poor feel the same pain. I'm starting to hate this percentage of income thing. I think percentage of net worth would make more sense. A person with low income probably needs 100% of their income to cover their expenses, if they even can. Somebody with high income probably doesn't use 100% of their income to cover the necessities though. So it's not as fair as people think it is. Of course. Figuring out what a person's net worth is would take a lot more effort than just seeing their tax return, and it would lead a lot of people to realize they literally have a negative net worth. Which I guess could be the case with high and low income earners, so maybe I am just arguing with myself at this point. If I have a negative net worth, do I get paid? Misdemeanor citation with a hefty fine. Banning them from visiting national parks forever. Wow, you are so wonderful for listening. Hit like button and subscribe.